Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 9 of TFCR2. So after our brief cheaty interlude, we're back into some gameplay here. So I did the math, I've clobbered out my flux. So you just craft your flux stone in the crafting grid with the bismuth hammer and you get 2 flux per rock. I'm only doing 7 crafts, but I had to end up with 8, so I'll end up with an extra for now, just hanging around. So I needed 1,400 pieces of copper, so I can make 14 ingots. I've got 13 fired ingot molds and then 1 unfired ingot mold. And then I may as well fill up the pit kiln with the next things that I wanted to make. So I wanted to make a sword and I wanted to make a bronze axe. So I'll get those together and then I can at least use up that extra leftover bronze that I had from the Oopsie a couple of episodes back. So we can hopefully get back one of my vessels that I lost in that. So just got to remember that when you're firing up your ore, you got a maximum of 4 slots to get in everything that you need. So 480 and 480 is 960. 960 and 420 is 1380 plus 20 more. So that's 1,400. Then we just do our pit kiln thing here. Oh, I do have the fire starter there already. Alright, so while we're waiting for that, I've progressed somewhat. Getting down to the nitty-gritty on my chestnut, so I'm not quite finishing this off just yet, but I've got most of the outlining done and made a decision for my flooring, which is going to be the Douglas fir. I think I like the looks of this for right now. The other thing that we have in this mod, I'm not sure if you know, or in this mod pack, is the carry-on mod. So if you crouch and right-click, you can pick something up. And you don't have to necessarily break it. So that also works with inventories, so I could do that with this chest here too. Just crouch, bang, and I can carry that around and I don't have to, empty out, break the chest, come back in here, put the chest down, and then fill the chest back up. So I was going to put my flooring into the ground here, but I didn't kind of like how that looked. I like the look of the cobble on the outside of as a foundation there, but I didn't like it on the inside so much, so I just decided to move the flooring up one, and then going from here down to here, I'll have to have a transition, whether that means I'll do some stairs here, maybe some stairs here, just some polished andesite stairs as a step down into this forging area. So we'll have our forge here, and then like an anvil over here, and just sort of that sort of metal working components over here, and then a curl around to go into my hot tub area. So that is the look at that. The other thing we can go over is that I've started to tame these cows. You can't just breed them right away. So if you shift when you're looking at it, you'll get a heart symbol, and you can see I've got a tiny little bit going at the bottom of that heart symbol there. Same with this girl over here. This is the boy because... No, this is the cow. So if we didn't have the tooltip to tell us, then we could tell because she has the smaller horns and he has the slightly bigger horns. And as well, she would have an udder. I'm not sure if we can see down there, but that's what it says on the wiki, but I don't see it personally. I can see it in the horns, but not in the udder necessarily, so thank God we have the tooltip there. Then I'll probably have to go and lure those other 2. I've got 2 more cows wandering around over here and lure them in there, because apparently once we get them tamed, then we can breed them, but it still takes 9 months for a cow to give birth to the baby cow. So I'm going to have to get multiple of those going if I want to get the sustainable food source going. So just go and take a look at some of my crops. I've already harvested one set of carrots so far. And now we almost have our first set of barley ready to go here. Oops, a little bit of lag there. Those carrots are coming along. These bell peppers are coming along. This is where I threw all that jute that I'd found. And I got a bunch of oats and stuff. I found some sugar cane. So sugar cane, dead crop. Interesting. So I guess I might have to read up on how to work with sugar cane, because obviously maybe I have to have it right next to the water, but I guess we can try that. We should get a seed back out of this if we break it. Yes, okay. So let's plant this right beside the water and see if that works. There's no need to leave that in the ground now because it's just kind of not progressing anywhere, right? Sugarcane, I'm not super worried about it. It is used for making paper, but that's going to be moving into the late game for sure. And we can make sugar, but there's sugar might be a more useful thing for it earlier on, but definitely don't need the paper right away. Just grab the hoe and let's see if we have to till out some more ground. Yeah, we'll have to till out these two guys. There. See, this guy still growing, so it didn't die right away. And all these other guys. So right now we are on October 3rd. So we started on June 1st, and without any config changes, each month is 8 days. So just have to bear that in mind. And the other thing that the calendar has effects on is which crops can grow when. And same with flowering trees. I've only seen one flowering tree, and I forgot to mark it on my map. I think it's in this direction somewhere, but it was a cherry tree. It kept me fed for a couple of days because I grabbed 10 cherries off of it when I found it, but forgot to mark it down, so when I really need it, I'll go back and look for it. But I had my fruit source here, so I wasn't super worried about that. Speaking of which, we might as well get a little bit more fruit going here. And we'll just take a look and see where our levels are at here. So protein, obviously with the big meat sandwiches, got that up pretty high. With the vegetables and grains are starting to come down a little bit because I've run out of sandwiches now. Grab a drink of water. Hopefully that copper is finished cooking up, because I would like to pour out. Actually, I don't even think I can do what I wanted to do. I wanted to pour out the ingots and then weld them right away, but that's not going to be possible because you have to cool the mold first before we can throw it on our stone anvil here to work with it. I can put the flux in here, and the hammer can actually sit there as well, but I think for welding, we have to keep the hammer on our hotbar. Alright, so this is finished. I'll just put these tool molds away for right now because I'm not going to need those. And we'll get these copper going. So I'll be back after I get all this stuff poured out. Alright, so I got my first two ingots pulled out. And so this is where we would, if we wanted to craft something, got it. Okay. Oops. Shift and right click. Oh, so it cooled down too much. And they won't stack because they're not the same temperature anymore. Ah. So bright red, yeah, can work. So these, they've all cooled off too much now that they're not going to be able to stack. So we'll have to reheat them in the forge. Before we can do that. So we got one done anyways. Let's grab our flux and see if I can't pick this up. Wait, how about carry on mod? Oh yeah, carry on mod works. So we'll move this back here. I'll need some charcoal. So I guess we just kind of keep an eye on these, and when they get hot enough it will tell us when we can work it and when we can forge it. So when it can work, then you can put it on the anvil here, pick your plan, and then you have a mini game to use with these punches and hittings and all those games to line it up exactly what you have to do to make certain tool heads. And then I'll do that in a future episode when we've got some bronze to do it with. So it can work. It's getting there. Bright red star can work. 2 stars. Sorry for the dead time here, guys, but I am learning at the same as you. So we'll get 4 more going here now. 2 on there. Oh, I forgot the flux. Shift. Ah, I pulled them off too early because the temperature went down. Whew. Well, I'm derping so you can learn. So hit that thumbs up button for teaching you how you don't want to do it. The one thing we do have to be careful of is that we don't get these too hot because they will melt and then they will disappear. And I don't know why that one's not getting any hotter. That feels kind of derpy. Yeah, see, that heat went up again. It went back up to orange. So we definitely want to leave it to go up into, see, danger. So pull that out now. Orange. And where's my other orange one? There we go. Danger. Alright, so you guys get the idea. I'm going to cut off this episode here. I will finish off doing those, and then we'll get to the actual anvil and some playing the mini game in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. Once again, throw that thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one.